Oh, poor Glaciers.
Yeah, Glacius did
Yeah,
go
well,
down to that Voodoo Jester. A good lucky
yeah,
bounce off that acid cocktail.
yeah. But it seems that that people like a hero, and then when even a minor change just really puts them off, and they think like the hero is a lot worse than he was before. So I'm not sure if these heroes are really as bad as people think they are.
As I said, people like playing with their toys, and as soon as it gets nerfed, they just abandon it, or it's no longer cheesy, no longer stupidly powerful, etc., etc. Looks like Polywog
Yeah.
Priest going to go down at the same time. Forsaken Archer bites the dust. That's a 2-kill combo right there for this Hellborn team, putting them up now 5-4. We're just hitting the 9-minute mark here into this game, and a little bit of a lead is developed for this Hellborn team. That tri-lane down south is no longer really a tri-lane. Glacius is now up top here with this Valkyrie. Valkyrie sitting nice and pretty there, level 8, who is sitting at top experience of the game at the moment. 391, a little bit trailing now that she's hiding by her tower, but there's a lot of pressure up north here to try to shut her down. Look at all these Legionnaires sitting around.
Yeah, they're probably, let's look at Polywog Priest. Is he level 6? Yeah, they're probably looking to just push now because they know that they need to push with that lineup that they have. I mean, when it really comes to late game, they probably won't do worse than the other one because the enemy team is not really late game orientated, but is just definitely gonna help them if they win this game early.
Well, speaking of a ridiculous fight, they were able to take down that Valkyrie, and it looks like a Defiler's also been picked up. Witch Slayer coming up, almost taking out that Polywog, as now Forsaken Archer cleans up a kill there on Behemoth, and that puts us with a Glacius being chased by those skeletons, and goes down. Looks like he got rooted there by one of those skeleton minions from Ophelia. Ophelia did go down, but her minions are still around. Very nice micro coming out of her. Voodoo wards going down on the tower. There's a Witch Slayer in these hills, but do they know about him? I do not think they know.
And well, I bet he hopes they don't know about him.
It's like, phew, dodge that bullet.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah, they're gonna try to look and push towers now whenever like Polywog has his wards up, and just push them in and then finish up the game early on. Because when it really comes to late game, really, then I have to give it, because Ophelia is not as useful as when it really comes to late game, she's not really useful. And Defiler and Valkyrie are two like semi-carry-ish type of heroes that can do very well late game. Compared to that FA being alone, that's gonna be hard for FA to put up a...
To put up a what?
Yeah, with with two semi-carries, if they get really farmed, then the Fighter is a very good farmer once she gets a decent items up, and Valkyrie is also a decent farmer, and then FA just is 1 versus 2. That's just not fair late game. See what I mean?
Alright, well, speaking of islands, speaking of items, I'm not thinking of going on a cruise, I swear. Behemoth was just showing off his new portal key there as they were able to take out that Polywog hugging that tower. What other kind of items do we have around the place?
Nothing big as far as I can tell.
Yeah, we got a bottle, we got some wards, we got, oh, that's Behemoth. Got some Striders sitting around. I mean, Behemoth, to farm up really, 3 minor totems, Crushing Claw, Portal Key, his gold per minute is not sitting too bad. I say that, it's at 80 gold a minute though. And he's sitting at 2 kills, 1 death even.
Yeah,
how does that
Behemoth
work?
is like, yeah, because he had a really easy time down bottom. Because he, Polywog couldn't really do too much, and Behemoth was probably given the most last hit, so he could get that portal key really early on.
Well, that portal key did not do him any good there in that fight, as he kind of just got swarmed by this Legion team. They did lose a Voodoo Jester in that fight, but they took down the Man of Ice, the Witch Slayer, and Behemoth all in one go. Looks like they're not going to go in on the Defiler. Instead, they're going to pick up that Valkyrie. But there's just so, I mean, 2 of these minions sitting around, so much AoE, all the ghosts are flying, we got the waves of death, Forsaken Archer throwing out her crippling volley, Pebbles just chucking people around using that Blood Chalice and that bottle to great effect. Now, was Blood Chalice in 1.0.12, I don't think Bloodchalice was nerfed quite to the degree that we see it today.
No, it's OP.
So it's
Like
still
people
OP.
yeah, it's still like OP. But people think it's like OP always. It's still OP, but I don't think so. Like nowadays it's pretty it's still useful, it's still viable, but it's not like you get it on every hero just for the sake of it.
Well, it did need a change. Debatable whether they did the right change, but that being said, we will just focus a little bit here on 1.0.12. So, yeah, we got a Bloodchalice sitting here on Voodoo Jester. We have one not on Poliwag. I kind of expected one on Poliwag, but I don't see one there. Instead, we have... I can only assume Behemoth is going to pick one up as well sometime down the road. And that leaves us really just with, yeah, the Voodoo Jester, not even Valkyrie taking one. So, OP as it is, it's just not in this comp lineup.
Yeah, just it is more useful on certain heroes than on others. Healers really do profit from it, like Voodoo Jester and the Magic Shaman, for example, or well, Demon Shaman doesn't need really anyways, but heroes with a big HP pool who really struggle with mana, like Pebbles,
Yeah, Pebbles.
or Behemoth. Yeah, Pebbles or Behemoth, they really can just put great use to it, and Behemoth is gonna work. He's working towards one because otherwise he wouldn't have picked up those Crushing Claws.
Yeah, that's probably pretty true. So we should see one picked up on him relatively soon. I mean, the Crushing Claw is great for health, but as Behemoth, yeah, you probably don't need that health. So yeah, we are sitting out at a 12-8 score here for the Legion. Defiler finally going to use her Ghost to do a little bit of pushing, going to take this middle tower. I can only assume, maybe not, the Glyph of Defense being used, a port at least coming in. Pebbles now also going to be coming in saying, get out of my house, and a good stun to a toss. Tosses her right over to the Voodoo Jester. That should be good night for her, especially with, yeah, definitely with that ward up. So, yeah, we're still sitting with no towers down on the Legion side, whereas the Voodoo wards from this Poliwag, who I can't seem to find right now. Where's Poliwag? Oh, he went middle. There he is. Those Voodoo wards have now picked up a total of 2 towers for the Legion side. So the pushing so far being very tilted towards Legion with the Ophelia, the Forsaken Archer, and the Poliwag combo, as it looks like Witchslayer finds him in the jungle, gets a good stun off. Behemoth going to be supporting him out here, but this will probably not be forcing a team fight.
Nah. I don't think anything's gonna happen. The Hellborn is just gonna back off.
We're gonna have Pebbles doing a long toss there for Poliwag, almost killing him in the process. But Behemoth did get away, and looks like now if they want to really force this, they're gonna have to throw it right through the tower, and they just might be doing that. But I can't imagine that with the hit point pools this low. I mean, the minions are dying. Ophelia is almost dead. Voodoo Jester's on the run. Forsaken Archer going to be picking up a Defiler kill here with the help of that Poliwag Priest. 2.5 second arrow landing on him. Not going to be able to capitalize on it. And now everyone's just kind of dancing so low on the hit point pools. And out comes those Voodoo wards onto that defense tower with those skeletons in tow. I mean, Forsaken Archer able to put out a lot of damage with those skeletons, even tanking the tower a little bit here. And this Behemoth, not going to be denying that. Might even go down as he gets caught in that crippling volley. Puts out his stun. And Poliwag, not Poliwag. Pebbles throws out his, but whew. Crazy amount of time going on. Who's got down here? Valkyrie's down here. And it looks like she's picking up a double tap right there. Almost going to be taking out this Forsaken Archer. Not quite. Ophelia with her minions there are going to be shutting that one down. I think I can finally stop talking, Luke. Take it away for a second.
Yeah, it's like just like trading kills left and right. It's like I kill you, you kill me, and everybody kills everybody. So
everybody kills everybody. So
yeah.
What do you think of that fight in just a second? Okay, yeah. So what do you think of that fight?
Well, in the end, it worked towards the Legion, obviously, like taking our 16-10 advantage, and having a pretty nice XP and gold advantage as well as towers go. They have 3 towers down, whereas the Hellborn have taken not 1 tower yet.
Not a single one.
Yeah, not a single one, and supposedly that is exactly what they need to do. They need to push, and they really need to make good use of those voodoo words from Poliwag Priest as far, you know, as if they've done thus far. Just, you know, try to push whenever they are up, and then just take towers, and force that game to end. And then it seems that it works out for them really well right now at the moment.
Well, it is early to mid-game. We're only 18 minutes into this match, and as you said, this is really where the Legion team is going to shine. The late game is pretty heavily in the favor here of this Hellborn side, though.
You know, it really depends how well FA can get farmed. If she just, you know, out farms Valkyrie and Defiler, then she's just gonna take it away. But it really depends. And it really, when it comes to late game initiation on the team fights, I mean, Pebbles is kind of decent initiator, but he's really just a strong anchor and a semi-initiator. I just don't like him as, you know, as the main initiator for team fights. And on the other hand, you have like a Behemoth, who is just, you know, one of the best initiators.
Well, they're both one-trick ponies.
Right.
They're both portal key, blow everything, run away, repeat kind of heroes.
Yeah, but Behemoth is like, I blow more shit up than Pebbles does at the same time. So that's the basic. He does blow teams up, whereas Pebbles kills like single targets. That's really what Pebbles is good at. And Behemoth is more of a teamfight hero. He's just, whenever Turtling comes back into fashion, he's just gonna be huge again.
Well, with Striders and a Blood Chalice to complement him, yeah, it could definitely be a good turn of events for that. Quickly for this next fight, Forsaken Archer is the top gold farmer of the game at the moment, and showing that with Steam Boots and, of course, that Ice Brand going, of course, for the normal combo of that Geometer's Bane, Frostburn, and then split it into that Frost Wolf. And that also puts us with Pebbles sitting on his portal key already. Ophelia going with 2 AoE items, the Plated Graves and Astrolabe, trying to keep her minions and the team alive through the use of buffs and heals. An arrow going out from that Valkyrie, going to miss that Polywog, but it does look like Pebbles is going to go down to concentrated fire. Don't know what he was doing way up there. Oh, that Behemoth ultimate just missing exactly who he wanted to hit, and now he's going to be running off, recouping, and jumping back in, just like the one-trick pony he is. But that's going to be forcing this Hellborn team to, you know, basically fight at this point. Voodoo Ward's going down really quick, so using an ultimate to try to get out. Not going to be saving that Voodoo Jester whatsoever, and I don't know what this Forsaken Archer is doing, taking on 3 people at once, but the slows, stuns, and ghosts should be clearly enough to take her down as she bites the dust, so to speak, putting us now, it's a 16-13 score, still in favor of this Legion, but that was a pretty piss-poor fight on their part.
Yep, it really was, and it was basically because they split up, and then I thought like Voodoo Jester would just run the other way that FA ran, so that he would sacrifice himself, so FA would get away. But then FA just turned around and started ulting, and I was like, oh no, you're gonna die, FA, and she died.
Oh, great combo there from the Pebbles and the chain lightning? No, the forked lightning, electric jolt, whatever you want to call it. From the Polywog, just dropping 3 of them like that. They were able to take out the Witch Slayer, but they put the moves right on these guys. Denied the tower as well. So there's the first tower kill for the Hellborn, and it was denied.
Yeah, it was denied. So that's a bit like it's a tower kill nonetheless, but you don't want denies. Denies are really just, you know, especially when you're pushing with somebody like Defiler, then it's really like pissing you off, if I may say that, when the tower gets denied. However, that was a really nice combination there by Pebbles. He just, you know, picked just the right moment, and the toss just dealt a huge amount of damage, really.
Well, huge amount of damage falling in on that Ophelia with a great 5-second arrow follow it to that Behemoth. Behemoth goes down under the focus, so does the Man of Ice. Pebbles is going to be in danger zone, but Valkyrie going to be chasing him down, does not get the leap off, and instead is going to go down to this Forsaken Archer combo with everyone else really coming in. Pebbles saying hello just for the lulz, and that puts 4 of them down on this Hellborn team. 3 wards sitting here to take down this defense tower, but it should be enough with that 1 skeletal minion.
Yeah, it's like they're trading team fights, like the Hellborn win 1, then the Legion win 1, and then the Hellborn win 1 again. That's like their idea of doing and keeping the game more exciting, I think.
Well, there's a real tower kill down south. The first Legion tower going down by non-deny, and it was by the creeps. So congratulations, creeps. You earned that tower kill.